Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to discuss about how the upcoming month is going to be for the Aries zodiac, and that is going to be for June 2023. And we are going to discuss different kind of aspects which would include love, career, and an overview of the upcoming month. So let's start with the love aspect. So basically, when it comes to love, it seems like there can be turbulences in your love life, and even if you're single, if you're in a relationship, there are chances that you can find yourself in the middle of some mixed kind of emotions. So if you're single, then you can be afraid to be to put your faith in some kind of new developing kind of a relationship. You can have your doubts regarding it, and you can also feel that the person that you're related with is not showing you the kind of affection and attention that you truly deserve. So there as well, there can be instances where you can hesitate to take things further. There can be some past issues that you're afraid that that can create troubles in the coming time as well. And you can feel that the difficult things, the negative experiences that have been in the past can happen again in the future too. So you can find yourself being defensive, not being so confident about building a particular relationship. And that is why there can be times when there can be some sudden changes in your love life that can also put you in a zone where you can be confused about how to lead a particular connection forward. So if you're single, then there can be some weak connections that may have been there in your life, or you can build some weak connections, and those weak connections can also fall apart as well. So you can expect some kind of sudden changes happening in your love life, and that may also affect you negatively. You can feel drained, and you can feel that why things happen like that. But it seems like this month is also going to expand your horizon when it comes to love and relationships. So even if some kind of a relationship is not working for you, or if a connection is not going further as per your expectations, then it is necessary for you to not to put a lot of thought in that, and not to dwell into those negative emotions, because there can be some more choices that can be there, that can come across. And you can also feel that you know the the expectations regarding love and relationships are also getting blurry. So you can feel that all of those love related things can be confusing for you. And you can also feel that the promises, or there have been some false promises that you can come across. So make sure that you are able to differentiate between what is the truth and where you're trusting, and what are just words, and they do not have really strong foundations. And yes, there can also be times when you can feel the kind of attention, the priority that you deserve is going to someone else. So you can if you're single, then you can meet up some connections, or some past issues can reoccur that can make you feel low, or can trigger your insecurities. But it is important for you to see that where your attention is going, and how willing you are to keep up with the optimism and build some new positive beliefs that can be good for you in the coming time. And now, talking about the people who are in a relationship, well, in the relationship as well, there can be some turbulences, but it seems like you both would be able to figure out a good way to continue with harmony, to continue with understanding each other. So if you feel that there are some suppressing emotions that are developing between both of you, if you feel that there are certain things, some distances is happening between both of you, make sure that you're communicating about it. Make sure that you are providing that attention to your partner. And it is not just about telling what's wrong with you, but it is also about understanding what are the troubles that your partner is facing, what are the issues that he or she is coming up. Consider their things as well, and make sure that you're able to give them that love and affection if you're expecting to get that from them as well. So that harmony, that bonding is very important to make. So even if you feel that the confusing things are happening, and some the things are not going how you're expected, or there are some troubles in the relationship, stick to trusting each other. Make sure that that trust is there between both of you, that communication is there between both of you, and you are balancing each other well, you are balancing each other's emotions well, and there is a good give and take between both of you. So give your partner that understanding, and he and she would also appreciate your gestures as well. And do not think that the issues are small to talk about. Even if you feel that there are certain things that are bothering you, you know take them out, speak about them, communicate, discuss them. Do not fight over it, but discuss them, address them, and try to find a harmonious solution to them. So, yes, your love life can be challenging, but when it comes to your career, then things can be slowly progressing towards something that, maybe you have been working on things, and those are going to turn out into a positive way. And there can also be times when you can be emotional about your career, so maybe if you're at a building stage, or if you're in a place where you are adjusting to things, then this can also be somewhere challenge you, as your emotional aspect can be there in your career. So maybe you need to be take things more practically, and also make sure that you are giving yourself that time to learn. There's no rush, so do not put yourself in the pressure to do things very fastly, or to achieve great things altogether. Give yourself that time. Do not dwell into those you know emotional aspects of triggering your insecurities. There can also be some kind of help around you. You can find the maybe the colleagues or friends, or even your family can be supportive about your career, or they can provide you that fulfillment and that support that you require to achieve something in your career. So you can feel that even if you're learning about certain things, there can be some positive changes that can come across. Some maybe you can opt for learning some new things, or you can also connect with a new project, or figuring out some positive things, setting up foundations for the upcoming opportunities. So this new aspect can be there in your career, and that is why you can also feel that maybe you're not ready to achieve things. You can feel stuck at times. You can feel that even if some opportunities coming, your insecurities, your doubts can be there to whether it would be good for you to come out of your comfort zone and to tap into some new possibilities, or whether you should be just sticking to what you're fine doing. So this is something that you need to introspect a lot, that if some opportunity is coming up, then you have that confidence to grab that opportunity. You have that confidence to trust your skills and make up your mind in regards of the future possibilities. So do not hesitate to grab some positive changes. Do not hesitate to look for the opportunities, and to um, to just tap into more of your potentials. So yes, even if there can be times when you can feel that you have to do more, then make some changes, make some moves around it, take action, trust yourself. Because overall, if you have that confidence within yourself, if you have that faith within yourself, the environment around you can also be somewhere supportive. Maybe there can be some stress in your office, but still there can be people around you who can be that source of positivity for you. So make sure that you're focusing on that positivity. You are focusing on the people who actually are there and showing their concerns. So make sure that the focus more is more on the positive sides for the upcoming opportunities. And overall, this can be a very kind of a month where maybe if there have been some past stuckness regarding your career, if there has been a lot of introspection has been already going on in your mind, it seems like this month is going to give you that push in your career, and you would be finally ready to make things happen and to drive towards the optimism with a lot of happy attitude, with a lot of joy. So that optimism seems to be happening, and this is something that you need to be very considerate about, that trusting your potential. And even if you feel that things are not moving across your moving as you're expecting, then do not dwell into that negativity. See what you can learn from all of these things, and you can definitely drive over it, and you can find a very positive thing out of it, which can eventually lead you towards a bright future, I would say. So overall, this can be a tempting kind of a month where you can feel that some changes are happening, whether it comes to your personal life, whether it comes to your professional life, and within your motivation as well. You can find that fire coming up. You can feel that urge coming up to make things happen, to maybe some tap into some of your passions and to create something new. So all of those energies can come across. But then you can also the it seems like you can expect all of those positivities pretty fast. You can feel that rush of energy. But if you do not take action according to that, if you do not execute things in that rush of energy phase, then you can also lower yourself down, and you can think of the possibilities that can go wrong, and you can start figuring out the reasons why things cannot happen the way you want them to happen. So even in that optimism, even in that rush of energies, if you do not take action at the right time, if you do not create things at the right time or execute things at the right time, you can feel that rush of energies going down, and then you can be back on the complicated situations. You can be back on balancing a lot of things together. And this can also put you in a zone where you can consider a lot of things before taking a decision. So this balance, maintaining that balance is important. That if you feel that there should be something, if you feel that there is some need to take an action, then yes, figure things out, take some calculative risk, make it happen. So this balancing things are important, but do not just keep on going in that pattern and just leave the possibilities behind and just stay in those complicated situations. So it is important for you to take that action in that particular phase of feeling things, in that particular phase of making things happen. Take calculative risk, make sure that you are um, considering the things, the pros and cons and everything, and then you are ready to take that action. So do not wait a lot, or do not sit a lot and think about what can possibly go wrong, why you cannot do those things. Trust yourself, because that rush of energy can be there. You can find yourself being passionate about a lot of things, that that urge to achieve something, to get something. And this can also be in your personal life as well. So even if you feel that there are certain emotions that you're going through, and whether you should communicate these things to the concerned person or not, then just go for it. Find a good way to communicate, find a good way to make things happen. Make sure that you're not being aggressive. Make sure that you're not trying to dominate the other person. You are just trying to emerge yourself well. So this is something that you need to consider, because if you do not consider the aggressive side of yours, if you do not consider the dominant side of yours, then there can be some possible clashes as well. There can be some ego issues that can be there, and then the positive things that would have happened if you would have taken things ahead wisely, they may not happen according to that. So it is necessary for you to tap into that potential of making things happen, of taking action. But it is also necessary for you to consider practical things and take an action in a way where you are not being aggressive, dominant, or you are looking as someone who just wants to fight. So this is something that you need to balance out. And yes, make sure that you're not getting into unnecessary issues just to prove your point. Make sure that you are spending your energy into something positive and productive. And also take care of your finances as well. The money flow can be there, but the expenses can also be there. So make sure that you're also balancing your finances well in that aspect. And yes, the good possibilities are there for this month. It is just that you need to direct those energies into something positive. And that's it for the Aries zodiac. And I would be back with the upcoming zodiac signs, all the zodiac signs basically. So yes, stay tuned and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Have a good day ahead.